Hello everyone, it's me Krasmir Panayotov, and in this quick video guys I have prepared for you the Bitcoin head and shoulders explained. So in this quick video I will explain to you what have happened yesterday on the Bitcoin chart, what is the head and shoulders pattern, how we can trade the head and shoulders pattern, and why it works so well on every chart, on every time frame, and how you can take advantage and how you can trade it in your own strategies. So let's get started. This is the Bitcoin chart, and what we have seen yesterday is this current head and shoulders pattern. So it always appears in an up or down trend in its reversal pattern. So from there we can see a bearish move, or at least to somewhere here. So let's get started. Okay guys, this is our paint chart. Here I have prepared some very simplified model of the head and shoulders pattern. What we just have is this uptrend move, and then we have the head and shoulders pattern itself marked in red. So to have the head and shoulders you need a left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Of course, this should appear on an uptrend. And what is also very important you to have is to have this neckline matching the lows of the head and the shoulders. So when we break the neckline, for example with this with this move right here, so when we break below the neckline, we can expect a bearish move to the downside. But how much and how we can trade it? Okay, I will share with you guys, and you can find this in internet, in Google, in YouTube. It's very easy. You just take the height of the head, so you take the height and you project it under the neckline, something like this. So we can expect a bearish move exactly with the size of our head downwards. So here somewhere can be our target profit. It can be 70 or 90 or 100% of the height of the head and shoulders, and I will show you exactly how this works. So we have to, again I will repeat, we have to break under the neckline so we can take this trade. If you only have the head and shoulders without break, your chances are 50-50. So it can go down, it can go up, don't take this trade. But if you have a break under the neckline, you can take it with about 80% accuracy. So you have 80%, and this is the reason I trade this pattern so often, and a lot of professional and beginner traders, because it gives very good risk reward opportunities. So after we see a break under the neckline, we have about 80% chance the price to move as much as is the height of the head and shoulders. So where you set your position and where you set your stop loss and take profit. You can set your stop loss somewhere here. Let's mark this in red. So one way of trading this is you take your entry somewhere here after breaking the neckline. You set your stop loss somewhere here in the middle of the right shoulder, or even more safe and more better is to set your stop loss above the right shoulder. So you can also use this kind of stop, but I usually prefer something like this because it gives you like 2 times smaller risk. So your entry was right here. Let's make it look blue. And where you take your profit. You take the height of the head, you project it here, and you take your profit somewhere here, guys, or somewhere here, from the 70 to the 100% of the height of the head. There is also bullish head and shoulders when it's reversing a downtrend, and it looks something like this. So again, the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, the neckline, and the bearish trend. So we are reversing the bearish trend and we are continuing upwards. So what you do, you just take the height of the head, you apply it above the neckline, and when you see the price breaking the neckline, you take a position, you buy it, you set your stop loss here or here, and you take your profits somewhere here. And now let's get back in the Bitcoin chart. What have happened yesterday? You can clearly see the uptrend right here. And what else you can clearly see? The head and shoulders pattern right here. So let me zoom it on the 4-hour so you can better see. We have the left shoulder, we have the head, and we have the right shoulder. Very, very simple. The left and the right shoulders should be lower than the head, so not so high as the head. And this is pretty good looking head and shoulders formation. And after we break the neckline, we can take a sell position. We can set our stop loss as we have mentioned in the paint video, somewhere here in the middle of the right shoulder, or more safe, above the right shoulder. So where we take the profit? As we said, we take the height of the head from the top to the neckline. We take it and we project it from the neckline right here. And where we take profit? Of course, somewhere right here. So here you take profit. It can be even a little bit earlier. If you see some already bullish strength, you can take a little bit earlier, but in this particular zone right here. So this is what have happened yesterday on the Bitcoin. So I take a sell trade somewhere here, I set my stop loss, I believe somewhere here, and I took a good profit. Now let me show you guys some head and shoulders pattern that appears in a bearish trend. So we are reversing bearish trend and we are creating a bullish one. So let's see in the past what we have here. Some maybe not the best, but a good example just as an illustration. So we have the neckline and we have, of course, the left shoulder right here, the head a little bit lower, and the right shoulder again higher than the head. So let's clean it up. Okay, again, after we break the height, after we break, the neckline of the head and shoulders, we can take a buy trade, and how much profit we are looking for. We take the height of the head and we project it from the neckline. So we break it here and we take profit somewhere here. This is it, guys. Very simple strategy how to trade the head and shoulders. You again, let me move it to the 4-hour so you can see. Where is it? Okay, guys, here it is. Why I say that it's not a perfect head and shoulders right here? Because okay, we have the bearish trend, which is pretty good, obvious, but the left shoulder is a little bit too big for me. So if the price was just looking like this and here was the left shoulder, okay, but down to here is not the best example, but still a good head and shoulders. So here is your left shoulder, here is your head, here is your right shoulder. What you just do is you take the height of the head and you apply it after the neckline. And after we break the neckline, you can take a buy trade. It should be significant break of the neckline. You can set your stop loss somewhere like in the middle or 60% of the right shoulder, or even more safe right here. And from here, guys, you have about 80% chance the price to continue higher. So you can take profit somewhere here at the 60-70% of the move, but better profit is to look for 90 or 80% of the whole height of the head. So what we have seen here is a retest back to the neckline. Very often you can see such retests, and if you can see, here is also another retest of the neckline. So very often it happened such retests of the neckline, and from there you can even take a new position and you can buy the pair, and you can expect already the full movement to the high, to the height of the head projected after the neckline, and you can take profit in this orange zone. Okay, guys, this is pretty much all for today's video, all for the Bitcoin, all for the head and shoulders pattern. This is a great pattern, guys, that I'm giving you today, that you can trade on every chart. It works on every chart, every time frame, on every direction, no matter bullish or bearish. So learn it good and apply it in your strategies. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the information that I shared, and I will see you in the next videos. Now you can click the like button, you can click the subscribe button, and you can click all the others buttons which you can see on your screen. Okay, guys, this is Krasimir, the Rich Spirit channel. See you in the next videos. Peace.